Hello, Cappies. Surprise bonus early reading. Um, I'm gonna give you a heads up. The reading that's gonna go up on Thursday, it was quite a tough one for me. I kind of completed your reading, and then you can hear my throat chakra immediately starting to close up, and then I kind of had this massive wobble. It just like wiped me out. My mood plummeted. I don't know what some of you are going through, but it's not going to be every cappy. Some of you have been through some kind of like major transformation, like the butterfly into the chrysalis breaking down and being rebuilt. So kind of like a quick overview of that reading. I think the main message that came from it is some of you, I think, you've had that Nine of Wands energy for the longest time. And then it's like, I feel like you've had a few tower moments or some kind of, can you hear my throat? Some kind of epiphany or um, it's just like, for some of you, it's like your whole world crumbled, like everything, like your stability, everything you thought you knew, everything like friends, family, home, work. It's like everything all of a sudden was problematic and you were hit by all these different waves and everything fell apart. And for some of you, it's like you were the glue keeping everything together. So when it's like some of you could have got ill, had some kind of health issue where, you were the core of everything, and then you got ill, and um, yeah, everything just kind of fell apart because you weren't the one putting all that effort in anymore. Yeah, some of you have been ill and you've been recovering. Some of you have been um, some of you have seen, some of you, like, you're in the exact same situation. I feel like this is what happened for me sort of like last year. um, like you're in the exact same situation, like nothing has changed, but you've changed. It's like you've had an ascension or you've had like a big epiphany. And the way that they were showing me, and they're showing it me again, is like, the board Game of Life. It's such a Capricorn game. It's like, oh, you go to college, you get your skills, you go and get that really good job, you earn money, you get a car, you put your wife in the car, you put the kids in the car, you get a big house. Woo, you've won the game of life. Right? It's like such an 80s game. And then it's like all of a sudden you're like, but I don't want to play the game of life. I want to do spirograph. It's like I want to play Guess Who. So for some of you, it's like you realize you've been playing this game, like the game of life, and it's not your game. Like you're a different game. You can imagine, for those of you who aren't going through that, the ones that are, it's just like all of a sudden everything in your life is like almost like you've shifted dimension because everything's the same but you're completely different, and nothing fits anymore, nothing works anymore. um and then it's like this who am I that comes with that, of this, like, well, what do I do, what do I do about this, like, so again, it's like different situations for all of you, but I feel like you've all had this kind of like tower moment, whether that's like an epiphany, a realization, something to do with health, something to do with external factors. It's really, everything's fallen apart, whether that's externally or internally or both. You've gone through this kind of like chrysalis stage, which has been a good year or so now, of like, like the caterpillar completely breaks down and then rebuilds into a butterfly. It completely transforms. I feel like that's what you're going through. Because in that reading, again, it's going up tomorrow, you start with this kind of falling apart. It's called like the crumbling. It's like this tower opening up, and then it ends with building blocks, if I remember rightly. I've actually done another reading for you already, and it was the same message. So I may get mixed up about which cards came out, but again, it's the same message. So it's like you had to be broken apart in order to rebuild. I think this came up for somebody as well a while back, where it's like the puzzle, like you had a jigsaw puzzle and you've been building this image, and then you realize that you can take the entire image apart and put it together a different way and get a different image. It's like you've got all the skills, you've got all the knowledge, you've got everything you need in order to rebuild, and be what you want to be, rather than being whatever you were trying to be. And again, that could be like culture, tradition. You keep getting this message again and again and again. So that is tomorrow's reading. So if that isn't resonating with you, something different may come out today. Okay, just going to kind of clear my energy from that, because like I say, it was very, very heavy. And I've been a bit worried about it ever since I did that reading, and I wanted to give the cards the chance to kind of tell another story, or to maybe reach those Capricorns who aren't going through that. I think definitely a lot of Cappies have had a difficult week. I can see it on like my social media, like the Capricorn friends. You know, a few of them have been posting that they've had a bit of a tough week. So I don't know. It's funny how things play out. So I'm just going to kind of cleanse a second. Just give me a sec. I've got my coffee caps. I've got my coffee. It's Wednesday. It's not Thursday, but we're good. We're good. We're doing this. Your song that randomized for the reading was Lucky Star by Madonna. So good old 80s song. I love Madonna. I grew up listening to her music. I think she's very empowering. I think she's a very courageous woman. You know, she faced a huge amount of backlash and criticism in the 80s for the way she acted, where you can look at that as being like the norm now. And I think there could be something in there again about female empowerment, about, you know, having the right to our own bodies and choosing what we do with them, and knowing that other people don't have ownership over our bodies just because we present in a certain way. Could be something to do with that. She also did a lot in terms of LBG. I always get this so hard. I'm so bad with acronyms. LGBTQ plus topics. She did a lot to push boundaries with that, especially she pushed interracial relationships. You know, opening discussion about that. She was controversial in the best kind of way, and still is. And I think she's incredible. I think she's like you know, sent here by the universe to provoke and improve. And I think she's brilliant. So Lucky Star, it was I think it could have been her first song as well. It's like borderline or Lucky Star. But it's, maybe you've got someone like this. It's like, you might be my lucky star and you shine on me wherever you are. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Aquarius is the star in the tarot. But you don't have to be. It's just a random thing I'm throwing out there. But that's kind of what I've got for you. So that energy feels really nice. What is it? I start to glow and I need your light, and baby, you know. So, oh, look at this Magician in the mirror. That does feel like your energy. I did a reading this week. It was a Tell Me Anything reading about ascending. I think it's the one with the phoenix on. And this was kind of like where that person was heading. So Caps, is that you? Let's see what you get. So Lucky Star, I'm just channeling, hang on. What would you like to talk about today, please? Adjacent possibilities. So doors could be opening for you here. You could have a lot of different options. Could be a little bit confusing for you. You could have that feeling of, you know, when everything does fall apart, it's like, well, which direction do I go in? It's kind of giving me like labyrinth as well for some reason. You know, at the end with the stairs, almost that kind of like, everything's a bit topsy-turvy, everything's a bit, everything's kind of broken apart and weird. Now it's that kind of feeling. But I do feel like you've got opportunities with this opening, with this crumbling. There are opportunities. Why is one door closed? Two doors are closed. It kind of gives me that when one door closes, another door opens as well. But it's also giving me like eyes on the prize energy. It's like watch out for the trapdoor. Keep your eyes on the prize. Go for that light. You know, I don't want to say light at the end of the tunnel, but go for the. There's something about that door on the end. It's like, go for the... It's giving me like a Kim Kranz quote. When facing darkness, choose light. You can hear my children playing there in the background, playing Minecraft. So it's like, focus on focus on your lucky star, right? Focus on your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, the things that make you glow inside, and keep moving towards that. But do watch out for these distractions. Perhaps it's distractions. What's on the underlying? Oh, by the way, I'm using these decks because I knew I was going to redo your reading today. And this morning, you know, when you're kind of in and out of sleep, these were the decks that were showing me. They were showing me particular images from these decks. So that's why I'm using these decks today. Patience. And look at the white as well. Patience and adjacent possibilities. We've got the number thing again. So this is 7, this is 6. 16 breaks down to a 7. If you 1 and 6 is 7, 2 and 4 is 6. So 7, 6. And she's actually got a clock there. Contract. So there could be something to do with contracts. Could be karmic contracts, you know. It could be literal legal documents, legal contracts, buying a house, you know, things like that, mortgage agreements. It could be I might just shut my door, hold on. There we go. I'll still be able to hear them if they get out of hand, but getting a bit giddy down there. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Patience, adjacent possibilities. Let's read adjacent possibilities. 24. Again, I'm doing this quite early. I say it's early, it's not that early, but I've not been up long. Many unconsidered options. Sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviours, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you hadn't thought of, a connection you hadn't tapped, or an entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible, and willing to take new and different action now. But you're being patient. Maybe you're waiting for doors to open up. You're waiting for opportunities. Okay. Give me more on patience, please. Tell me more about patience. Whoa. Yeah, okay. You're waiting for something to end. You're waiting for something end so that something can start. When things close out, when we have, it doesn't have to mean literal death, by the way. It's a card about endings, like finality, but also a card about rebirth. As I said right at the beginning about that chrysalis, that caterpillar into a butterfly process of completely breaking down and then rebuilding. I feel like that's the process you're in. Now, I don't think that you're literally going anywhere anytime soon, but what is this energy? I was picking it up. You know how I said the light at the end of the tunnel? And then this is like this white angel. It's like this angel is in this doorway. So you're waiting. You're waiting for something to end so that you can have the new. But what are you waiting? Is it a contract that you want to end? So you're waiting, you've been like that turtle. You've been doing this for the longest time. It's like, oh, caps. Like that slow and steady wins the race energy. But don't grind to a stop, right? Don't grind to a, don't kind of, you can be patient, but you can get on with things at the same time. And this feels like patience. Like there's something specific that you're waiting for, and it's like you're not doing anything else. It's like almost like now instead of being like that caterpillar, it's like more like a swamp. It's like you're stagnating. Yeah, stagnating. And you want the opportunities, you want to take the leaps of faith, you want to go for the new, you want to feel like young again. Oh, hello. Has my swimming costume arrived? Just one second. Totally distracted there. Yes, my swimming costume has arrived. So the sun is on the bottom. It's like the sun is like freedom, expansion, clarity, good times, happiness. It's the happiest card in the whole of the tarot, the most high vibrational card in the whole of the tarot. See how the birds are like scattering from it though? It's almost like an explosion. It's almost, the way I'm seeing it today is like, it's like it's like that's the tower moment. There's the explosion and then the birds scatter. It's like the birds are like fleeing from this explosive energy. Do you know what it feels like, Caps? It feels like the universe is going, and you had this a while back. I remember it coming through. I swear it was for you. It could have been a Tell Me Anything reading, but I feel like it was for you. You had this jump or will push you energy. Like the universe was like, that is like one of the meanings of the tower. It's like, Cappy, look, we've got all these open doors for you. What are you waiting for? I said that at the beginning. It's like the universe is going, Caps, what are you waiting for? Why are you sat there? Why are you sat there stagnating and swampifying when there's all this stuff that you could go for? And it's like, you know, imagine that something makes you jump, something makes you start. You're in this corridor, you're looking at all those doors and you're going, I don't know which option to choose. So you just stood there and it's like a balloon pops behind you and you just move, you just run. You had this reading. And it's like, you stood there 1 foot off waiting to take the leap of faith. And it's like you get startled and you just go and you just move and you just take a door. It feels like that. It's like Capricorn, you're wasting away. You're wasting away. I think, what's that? I don't know what that quote is. You're wasting away. But the universe is going to kick your ass and you're just going to go through one of those doors. I feel like patience isn't necessarily a friend. I feel like you've slowed to a halt. It's like, it could be indecision. It could be like indecision about that you don't know which choice to make. You don't know which door to go through. So you're going through this indecision period. But it's like you're overthinking it. You're overthinking to the point of stagnation and procrastination. I think Virgo had something really, really similar. So this feels like almost like the gunshot, right, to make you move. Like the starting gun, yeah, like at the start of a race. And then you go. So, jump or will push you is how that feels. So tell me more about adjacent possibilities then. Tell me more about adjacent possibilities for Caps. You can't stay. Yeah, closing something. Your intuition's blocked. You're definitely overthinking. The world into the 8 of Cups. So the world is learning some kind of lesson. It's let me just check how much you can see it. Basically, yeah, that's fine. The world is learning a lesson. It's a big lesson. It can be like even completing a university course or something like this. It's also world travel. It's tying up loose ends. It's learning a major life lesson. Again, like I say, it's like an epiphany moment. I could almost put it like this. It's like something's closing out for you. I feel like it's been a long time. Something to do with something legal there with contract. Or it's divine karma, divine justice coming in. But it's getting you to move. And you're realising, and God, you've had these messages. This is the thing, Caps. You've had these same messages. I feel like I've got deja vu right now. Because I know I've said these things to you before. Because I'm about to give you the same message again. And it's like, have you not been listening? Have you not been listening? You've got the World card here, which is closure. And then you've got this 8 of Cups card, which is there's nothing left there for you anymore. Now there's the Eight of Cups always comes with this message of walking away and going out into the world to, you could literally be traveling, going out into the world to find that missing cup, find that thing that's really going to make you happy, because you've been feeling really dissatisfied with life. So this is like, it's like the journey. It's almost like the fool's journey. It's like you've got to go. There's nothing left where you are. Now, sometimes the cups are still standing. You know, sometimes the cups are standing and there's water there. And it's like, well, you could refill those cups. But this is like, there's nothing left for you. Whatever's closing out for you, whatever's ending for you, there is nothing left there in that situation. Nothing left to learn. You've learned all the lessons that you can from that. You know, it's not satisfying for you, and you know this. You had in that reading tomorrow, you have the same thing. You have time to go. Cancer also had it. I don't know if you've got Cancer in your chart or if you're connecting with a Cancerian, but there is this situation. It's like you've been, I say this again in that other reading, it's like you've been clinging onto it with you like tooth and nail, like, I am not going to let this thing go. I'm not seeing the Four of Pentacles though, so maybe you're getting a bit more acceptance in this, that you know you have to go. And it's good, this is the thing, because the World is a very, very positive card. It's you've basically got the last card of the Major Arcana and the first card of the Major Arcana here. Now this is because the Fool card starts the Fool's journey of the tarot. I'm not saying you're a fool, Cappy, but it's fresh energy, it's new energy, it's Aries energy. It's like taking a leap of faith, going for something because it feels good, it feels right in that moment. You don't know where it's going to take you, but you're gonna, you're gonna give it a try. It's that he who dares wins kind of energy, or fortune favors the bold. It's like, just do it. It's like, just pick a door and try it. If you don't like it, come back out and go in through a different door. It's a big lesson that I've been learning as well. Like I say, I was kind of learning these lessons a few years back, just before I had that big like epiphany moment in my life, and then COVID hit, which was great, because it's like I had that light bulb moment. I had that feeling of like, everything's changed, my attitude has changed, like something's changed within me, but my external circumstances are the same. So what do? I need to make a choice. I need to change something. I need to do something. And then COVID hit, and it was like, well, you can't do fecking anything. You can't do anything. But I did things. I worked on new skills. I started tarot. So it's like, don't just sit there. I feel like you've just sat there with it. It's like sulking. So I'm sorry, I don't want to give you, this is the thing, Caps, I don't want to give you a hard time. It's actually a very, very positive reading. But it's like I'm just feeling that energy of you just sitting there. Could be making excuses like, oh, it's just not the right time. I'm waiting for divine timing. I'm waiting for a sign. Like, the sign is the universe is going to absolutely boot you in the ass. So yeah, the Fool. So they start out, it's fresh energy, it's new energy, it's entrepreneurial energy, it's I am open to the opportunities that are in front of me energy. I see that there's a huge world out there waiting for me to explore it, and I could go anywhere. And again, the Sun card is this sense of freedom. It's like I could go anywhere, I could be anything, I could start again. So it's hugely, hugely positive energy. It's like an egg, right? It's like a divine egg. It could be anything. And then the Fool goes through all the Major Arcana. It goes through death, it goes through the Sun, it goes through all these different cards. And it gets to the end of the Major Arcana, which is the World card, which is completion. The completion of a cycle. So it could be, do you know what, I'm going to go back to university. There you go, I've completed university, and all the things that come in between that. It could be, I'm going to start a new job. Great, I've learned everything I can from this job. What's next? So after the World, the Fool comes back, because you can't stay there. You can't stay there once you've done everything and learned everything, and because then you do stagnate. So you have to move, you have to keep moving, you have to keep that energy flowing. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of existing? You're just going to waste away. It's waste away energy. So if you're at that point where you feel like you're wasting away, just go pick a door. Because it could be the sun behind the door. It could be everything for you behind the door. But you don't know until you open the door. So just try it. Like, it's kind of like what is there to lose energy? So it could be that if you've refused to grow, if you've refused, because this is expansion energy, if you've refused this expansion energy, the universe is going to make it increasingly uncomfortable for you to stay there. So they're going to start to play out this death energy in your life. And again, it's not literal death, although it can be. It's more like they're going to make things end. You know, friendships are going to fall away and you're going to think, why did that happen? Or you're going to not get the jobs, you know, the projects you wanted at work, or, you know, you're going to find that family life is dissatisfying for you. The universe is making you uncomfortable to make you move. And if you still refuse to move, it's going to bring in tower moments. It's going to bring in that scorpionic energy, that plutonic energy, like Kali, you know, that's going to tear these things away from you because you're not growing. You're not serving your purpose here on earth. What is that? You're wasting away. What is that? It's like Far and Away, you know, the Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise film. There's a scene in that where she goes, "We're running away," but it's not. It's you're wasting away. I don't know what it is. Maybe someone said that to you, like, you're wasting away. You know, are you okay? How's your health? Why is the death card here? There's that Two of Swords again here. Yeah, you're stuck in this indecision. It's like you've put a blindfold on yourself. You've got all this intuition. You've got this ocean of intuition behind you. But you're at this crossroads. You are at a choice point. The Two of Swords is which direction do I go in? But you're stuck in your head about it. You're overthinking it. And you're overthinking to the point of... Sorry, they're telling me Virgo. I don't know if you've got Virgo in your chart. You're overthinking to the point of... What are they telling me? Sorry. They're telling me Mercury. Maybe look at what Mercury's doing. Maybe you've got Mercury Virgo in your birth chart, or you've got like a Mercury doing something in your chart right now, which maybe look at your, if you know your time of birth and you know your birth chart and stuff, maybe look at which house Mercury is in right now. It's a very analytical energy. It's very... I've just had it. I don't know why this is coming up. I'm sorry. It's like it's distracting me. I've just had it where... well, everybody had it. The three... There was some kind of alignment between Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, where there was like a trine somehow with the planets. I don't quite fully understand it. I'm not the best at astronomy, but there was some kind of trine between the three air signs. And now air signs are the thinkers, the Virgo as well. But they are very analytical. And I've got Gemini moon and I've got a huge amount of Libra in my chart. I don't think I've got any Aquarius in my chart. And we also had the Aquarius full moon. So it's like I suddenly had all this Aquarius energy in my chart, which I don't normally have. So that kind of, it was like that triple whammy of like my scatterbrain overthinking Gemini moon and all my Libra energy, which is like, I need to see both sides of this situation, understand everything completely so I can make a decision. And Aquarius coming in, which is hugely analytical, like double Aquarius with the full moon and like the trine. And it just, like, I haven't been able to sleep for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Like, my brain will not shut the F up. So I don't know if there's something like that for you, where it's like you can't sleep. You over-analysing everything, you just can't stop, you can't turn your brain off. It could be that kind of thing where, you know, it's almost like that's your enemy at the moment, because that overthinking is bringing in that stagnation energy. I want to actually look up, what did it say here about, because there is a card about indecision, and it said it's not like indecision. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options and it's time to take a wider look at things. Because the Eight of Swords is not here. The Eight of Swords is you are stuck. Like you can't move. You can move, but you have to make a choice, I feel. And it's almost like this stubborn refusal to make a choice. Tell me about the world. Okay, so the lesson you've been learning. The lesson you've been learning is something about feeling out in the cold, feeling shut out, feeling unloved, feeling like you can't share the love that you have, the deep, deep love that you have, and that you can't receive the deep, deep love that you want. The Queen of Cups is deep emotions, intuitive, like very connected to the way they feel. I'll tell you now, and I didn't want to tell you at the beginning of the reading, that this is one of the cards that they showed me. I'll show you one of the card that they showed me from this deck as well. There it is, it's right there. I feel like you could be experiencing some kind of lack in terms of emotional fulfillment, as I say with this Eight of Cups card here, where it's like this is what you need, or this is what you feel like you can't connect to, or this is what you need to share. The way that they were showing at me, like you can see this angel of love, it's this very, very pink, very Venusian energy. Now it could be a Cancerian, as I say, it could be a Libra or a Taurus because it's Venus. If it may be more conceptual, it may be more it's not an actual person that this is that you're connecting with, but it's more of a an energy, something that you want to bring into your life. It could be that you're in a unfulfilling family relationship. It could be that you are doing a job because it brings in the money, but you don't have any love for it. You know, there's a lot of ways that this can play out, but it's like just this pink energy that they were showing me. I feel like it's there. I feel like, because it's funny, because in that reading tomorrow I start with, some of you are dating. It's like you have a lot of options. You do have a lot of options. And, you know, caps are hot on the market, I'd say. If you're a single cappy, like you're gonna have a lot of admirers. You're gonna have a lot of people interested in you. More than likely. I say this again in that reading. It's like you watch other tarot card readings, and it's like everyone's in love with a Capricorn, because Capricorn represents things like marriage and stability and nourishment and all these beautiful things. It's very independent though, and I think a lot of you maybe know that. I don't know if there's some kind of, again with this Five of Pentacles, I don't know if there's this fear of making the wrong choice. You know, that other reading comes with this energy of, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. I want this and nothing else. This is the only door I want to open. This door to, like, again, this could be you holding your heart, like moving from an energy where you felt like you've been in solitude. I feel like, I'm not joking, this solitude energy that comes through in that reading that I'm going to publish tomorrow, you also had it in the other reading that I did off camera. The second reading that I did for you is the same message. Like, I didn't realize I had so many cards about solitude, like orphan, solitude, like being alone. And I didn't know if some of you were choosing to be alone and focus on your career, but I feel like some of you have been doing that, especially those of you who underwent something that really hurt you. It's like a relationship broke down, it really hurt you. So you closed your heart up, you know, that cave that I talk about, the Capricorn cave. And you went and you did the soul searching. You the way the energy was playing out for me yesterday, when I was like tuning into your energy, getting ready to do this reading again, it was like, you know, I watched like the Dodo a lot, which is a social media website where they talk about animals, and sometimes they tell these like like heart-wrenching stories about you know, a dog that was found on the side of a road. It had been mistreated. It was all dirty and covered in fleas and like skinny. And it's like they were showing me this dog as your energy of like this kind of like badly treated, like life has just been giving me lemons and I'm a dog, I don't even like lemons. You know, and it's like this it's almost like, and oh, this is so hard to say, so brace yourselves. It came with this energy of like, I might as well be dead. What, you know, I'm that kind of like absolutely miserable. Like, why am I going? Why do I keep going? It's like maybe something inside you knew that this was coming in for you, but it was a very heavy energy. And but the brilliant thing about, if you do watch those dodo videos, like you it's always like the dog gets rescued and, you know, they get adopted by a great family, and, you know, there's other dogs in that family, and then it shows them like running on the beach and like playing with the other dogs, and they're all healthy and the hair's grown back. And I feel like this is you. I feel like you're that kind of like downtrodden. Life has really put me through a tough time energy, but it's like when you find this, and when you allow yourself, when you allow this back into your life, because again, they just keep on showing me these images. It's like you know, the dogs, because it's been treated badly, it's like you know, it'll growl at the people, or it'll, you know, hide. It's like I feel like you've been in that kind of like growly hidey energy where it's like I'm just going to focus on my work, I'm going to focus on my finances. If I can't have love, I'll have money. You know, if I can't have this kind of stability, I'll have, you know, financial stability. I'll feel safe, I'll have a home. That kind of energy where, and again, some of you have had, like, even had that ripped from you, because the universe is like, this is what you need, this is what you should be focusing on. So you've done that, you've like had that cathartic like chrysalis thing where you've gone down, you've been the hermit, you've done that deep shadow work, you've figured out what is triggering you, and it's like you've come back up for air, is the way it's coming through. And it's like finally you've got that love in your hand, you've got your heart in your hand. They're telling me gift. So it's like your love, Caps, is a gift. And it's like, I need to share it with somebody now. I need to open back up. I need this energy, you know? I need this in my life. The sun, like happiness. And you're ready to take that leap of faith. You're ready to put a foot back in the water. And again, it's like some of you are dating, but it's like you don't want to waste your time, because you know what you want. It's like, this is what you want, and nothing else even is going to come close. Like, it's kind of like all or nothing energy. It's like unconditional love, divine feminine. If it's not, and this can be like, you could be the feminine holding that heart in your hand, like, I need somebody who matches my energy. Some of you could be in a same-sex relationship. Others of you, like, you know, you want this. So either way, because the Queen of Cups is expressive. But the card that came out with this Queen of Cups was the King of Swords. Sorry, it didn't even come out. It was what they were showing me. And normally if they do show me tarot cards, there's a big important message attached to that. In my mind's eye. So the Angel of Love and the Queen of Cups, but what was with it was this King of Swords. Now the King of Swords doesn't speak. The King of, I give you grief about this again in tomorrow's reading. The King of Swords, funny I said cups. The King of Swords doesn't speak. He normally rests on his sword. He holds back communication. He's very cold. He's very icy. Again, Aquarian energy. He's aloof. You know, he's very analytical. And it's like, I'm going to get it out. And it's like, I feel like love is trying to approach you from so many different directions. Yeah, definitely could be same-sex here, because there's a lot of women in this pack. It's funny that they asked me to use this pack. You can see, but this King of Swords, he has his sword raised. So there is communication. I feel like you need to communicate. It could be that somebody, again, like, look at all these doors. So it's almost like you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8 people could be open doors for you, right? But it's like I was saying right at the beginning, it's like you want that, it's like you want the angel, you want the angelic, you want the pure love, you want the unconditional love, you want the So that's why you're waiting. That's why you're not opening doors. I've got it now. Because you're waiting for the perfect love. But at the same time, you're feeling out in the cold. You're feeling like you can't have that. You're feeling shut out. Again, could be contracts involve lawyers. It's like you're walking towards it, right? You're walking towards it, but you're not hitting it. Because I feel like it's almost like you are your own block. The King of Swords is icy. It's like Elsa in the ice tower, right? It's difficult to approach a King of Swords or somebody in King of Swords energy. And I feel like this is your energy because you're in that analytical energy. So it's like, well, if somebody's coming to you with this like pink pure love, and you're sat there in this like cold icy blue aura, it's not matching, because this person probably wants that cup as well, and they're thinking this person's only, I mean, swords are great, you know, Aquarius, air sign energy, you can have a really good chat with them, you can have a brilliant sort of philosophical discussion, but the heart might not be open. The King of Swords can be above, like above feelings, right? Very aloof energy. And then there's this deception. I think you're scared. I think you're scared that you're deceiving yourself. It's funny because I had a song, Only a Dream by Zella Day was the first song that played on Spotify for me when I played It Was Only a Dream. But that song, I don't know it well enough to quote it line by line, but there's a message in there of like, I don't care if it was only a dream, it felt good. I don't care if it was only a dream, it gave me life. When I needed life, you know, when I needed light in the darkness, it got me through. And that kind of don't speak by no doubt of like, don't tell me it wasn't real. I don't want to know, because the fantasy got me through something, you know. But it's coming in with this self-deception. I do feel like it's self-deception or fear of deception. It's like if you've had your heart broken in the past, you fear that you're going to have your heart broken again. It's like, well, what's the deception? Like, there's deception behind this offer of love. So let's ask about that. There's that feeling of being trapped. It's the deception. You've got that walking away energy. Again, the Eight of Cups again. I think you're walking away from anything that feels deceptive. If it's like, again, it's that sense of like, if it's not this pure angelic love, if it's not unconditional true love, if I sense any kind of deception at all, I'm walking away. It's almost like self-preservation. They're giving me self-preservation society. Like the self-preservation of, oh God, that's the message I see now. Oh, I've got it. So with whatever didn't work out for you, with whatever ended, whatever died, whatever left your life, you've got this no going back to it energy. You've got this, I can't save this situation. It has to end. There's nothing to be recovered here. You know, I was saying about the cups that are smashed. Because probably there was some kind of deception in the past. So you've got this out. It's like you want love. You're out in the cold. You're keeping yourself in that ice tower. But you want love, but you don't trust it. So you're going to walk away from it because that's the message, Caps. You're going to walk away from it because you don't trust it. But these cups are full. These cups are still standing. You can fill these cups up. And if you give your cup, you've got the Nine of Cups. You're gonna miss an opportunity because you don't trust it. Because something about the learning of the lessons. It's like you've learned the wrong lesson. Because the lesson isn't, you think the lesson is don't trust love, everybody's out to trick you, everybody's out to hurt you, so walk away from it. At the first sign of it not being perfect, walk away from it. You think that's the lesson, and it's not. You think the lesson is I have to be alone, I have to be in solitude, I have to be in Nine of Pentacles energy, I can only trust myself. That's not the lesson. You think that's the lesson, but it's not the lesson. I'm going to cry. The lesson is you can trust love. Don't miss this opportunity. At least that's what I feel. So let's check. What is the lesson? Oh, all tied up. Look, all tied up. You are trapped. I feel like you've got to fight your way out of something. It could be your own mindset, right? Your own chrysalis. Oh, look, Caps. Cappy. Cappy, Cappy, Cappy. I want you to be happy, right? So go and open the fucking doors to romance. Sorry, I'm swearing. Go and open the doors to romance. Go and date. Go and stick your toes in the water. You know, get back in the game. If it feels good, go for it. Reading's making me very emotional. Okay. Whatever makes you happy, whatever feels good in the moment, right? Not, you know, within reason, you know. You're Capricorn, so you're going to be sensible with it. This is what you truly want. This is what your heart needs. So, it's just that this is just saying dating to me. You know, if you go on a date and, you know, it feels good, you think like, this is all right, you know, it's not my earth angel right now, maybe it could be. Go on a second date, you know. Go where your heart tells you to go. And be confident at like getting this energy of you, like getting your mojo back as well, you know. Go and have some fun. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with a heart opens into a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving, and you are being brought together by a strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in the energetic potential. I think, you know, I know you're holding out for that perfect door, but I think there's more doors along the way, right? So, you're not going to find the right door until you try the doors. What is it with the, you had that self-preservation society, and then they just gave me, gonna blow the bloody doors off. I mean, careful which doors you're smashing in, Caps, okay? Take it easy. This relationship already exists in the energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door, are you? The universe is ready to open the door. Multiple doors, are you? So there's an affirmation here that you might want to kind of just take a note of. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror every morning and say it, you know, speak it to the stars, you know, your lucky stars. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. I am so happy I redid your reading. So happy I redid your reading, because I really struggled with tomorrow's reading. I feel like saying, don't watch tomorrow's reading, just watch this reading. Because you need to get out of this. You need to get out of the sulking and get to this, right? This is what we want for you. This, focus on this. Like, what you think about, you bring about. So think about this. And have a good time. And be happy. And let yourself be happy. All right, Caps. Do take care. Really do want what's best for you, you know. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.